Hey everyone. Hi, it's Lisa Clayton of lisaaclayton.com and Indigo Mystic of Indigo Mystic, Half Moon Bay, California. Indigo's bungalow. Oh boy, what a weekend, huh? What a week. What a week we experienced since the last Monday mantra. So, you can see my eyes are still swollen. I had some deep retreats this weekend and have a beautiful Monday mantra to share with you today that came from the angels, from Team Divine. And it was a beautiful one about peace and going deeper into what getting peace means. Indigo, are you so tired from this weekend? Indigo had a rough weekend with her mom because I was very emotional and then very um, reclusive and went into deep meditation and some guidance, asking for some guidance and what I could do to take action. So that's a process, and staying away from the news and staying away from the energy. I don't know how you felt. I hope you're doing okay, as much as well as can be expected. But I just felt like a heavy energy, like a big, huge black cloud had come over my being, and I feel like I was walking through mud. And I wrote a little bit about it yesterday on Facebook just to say that it was a heart heavy time. And when we have heart heavy times, it's time to take action. I'm just realizing Indigo's really very expressive with her eyes. Um, so, so the Monday mantra. Let's go to the Monday mantra first. And the Monday mantra is: peace comes from within. Peace prayers begin by being your source self. So this is where where there was some really great guided information that came through in my retreat and in my crying, in my frustration, my anger, of what was happening on top of the pandemic. So we've had these mandates to stay inside and to stay away from each other, and we've navigated through that. And then we have this uprising of this injustice and racism that still exists. Oh my gosh. And so as we came forth with recognizing more of the peace movement, I really asked, what is it that we are to be focused upon here? Because this isn't anything new. I mean, I lived during the 1968 riots and the civil rights movement. Yes, I'm old, but I also had a lot of hope that this would bring forth a better way of living. And it did temporarily, but it's still there. So I wanted to share a couple of quotes with you and some of the downloads that came through about how this peace comes from within through source self and how to take action. So they're very, very specific, and they led me to a couple of really amazing women. One is Angel Kyoto Williams, and she is an esteemed Zen priest, and the second Black woman ever recognized as a teacher of Japanese Zen lineage. So, what Angel does is that she focuses upon transformational potential towards building up the human wholeness, and has some really, really good books out. And she came out with a quote today on the Network for Grateful Living. And if you haven't tried that, it's a great resource to get a daily quote for gratitude. And I love this quote, and it goes right into alignment with what the angels were guiding me to do about being an active anti-racist. So Angel says, for us to transform as a society, we have to allow ourselves to transform as individuals. And for us to be transformed, we have to allow for the incompleteness of any of our truths and a real forgiveness for the complexity of human beings. So there's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of rage, there's a lot of anger. And I've been hearing a lot of judgments, a lot of resistance, a lot of bias, prejudice statements about the protest. No, I'm not against destroying property at all. However, I'm an empath. So I feel the feelings. I feel the rage. I feel the anger. I realize that when that anger and rage goes out of control, destruction happens. And it's not pretty, but it happens. And so this allowing ourselves to have the incompleteness of our truth. So I really had to dig deep and say, where is it? Do I have any threads of racism in me? And then it goes back into your upbringing and what you saw in your upbringing, what you experienced. And then it goes into the present day with my Black friends and my Black clients. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's still things I need to release and forgive. And I love this, that it's a real forgiveness of the complexity of human beings. So that really added to the next level of what downloads came through, for having this peace prayers begin within by being your source self. So, for those of you who do intuitive readings with me and who have done inner leader coaching sessions with me, you know that I am going to always bring you into your source self, that divine sovereignty of who you are, erasing all of the stories of not good enough, not this, not enough of this. And so, what the angels were saying and what my guides were saying is that it's not enough to say, I know it's happening and I hope it gets better, so I'm going to pray. Now, I'm not against prayer. Oh my gosh, I pray all the time. I pray all the time, but it's not enough to put the prayers out there without us doing something to activate those prayers. That was the message. And I was like, whoa, because you'll see it's time to pray. Let's pray. And that the power of prayer is so powerful when you bring collectives together to do this. But the power of prayer plus action is remarkable. So it's, let's see, what else did I write down that they said? So it's actively saying from your source self, from the divinity within you, I see you, I feel you, I understand, and I'm going to hold myself accountable to move into action. I can no longer be complacent. I can no longer be silent. It's not enough to be not racist. I have to be actively anti-racist. And I was just writing this down, and then I was like, oh my gosh, and I saw this little blip fly up, and it was like, oh my gosh, there's so many similar messages out there right now. But this came through exactly from Team Divine, and I said, I'm not racist, but I'm not actively anti-racist. That's a big, huge difference. And so I reached out. I have a beautiful, beautiful network of Black clients, friends, former coworkers, and I reached out to many over this weekend and wrote love letters to them and asked them, what can I do? What can I do now? And I got some amazing ideas and resources to take action. So ask what you can do. Ask your communities what you can do. How can we take action with this? What messages can you put out there? What YouTube videos can you put out there? What Facebook lives can you do? What postings can you put that say I'm actively anti-racist and this is what I'm doing? It could be just talking with people to get ideas of how we can move forward, because we haven't moved forward. It's very evident now, for over 40 years, which is really not acceptable, and it's time for change. This is what this period, first we have the pandemic coming in, and now we have the truth is coming through. Okay, we see that there's still this injustice for the color of your skin, for your religion, for your immigration, where you've come from in the world. The discrimination and the prejudice is so widespread, and it's time now for us to take action. So that was the Monday mantra for today. I know I'm speaking in a different tone and I look different because it's been rough. I've torn away layers and layers, remembering words at our dinner table, um, actions of my fellow teenager friends. Um, so many memories came back to me. And then, especially going to college and being right in the middle of well, it was after, but the civil rights movement was still fresh and there was still protest. And it's emotional. It's emotional to I didn't come into this world seeing difference. I was taught difference. None of us come into the world seeing difference. You can see that by small children playing together, but you get taught or told it, and then when those memories resurface, it's painful. It's really painful. So I hope that we can move out of less pain and more proactive, peaceful action, and do something every single day to stop the racism that exists in this country and throughout the world. So I know this is a little bit more somber and solemn Monday mantra, yet, when we go through times like this, it's hard to be really super upbeat and inspirational. However, um, we have we'll move into those phases as we process through more and more and get more information about what we can do. Okay, Miss Indigo Mystic, you want to choose the angel card to activate peace comes from within. Peace prayers begin by being your source self. You definitely are your source self every single day. Yes, you are. I wish we could all just be indigo mystics. Okay, you ready? Gonna tap for us. Mommy's already shuffled. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Indigo. You're such a good girl. Oh, you want to see which ones come through. So let's see. I'm using Ingrid Hour's angel symbols today. I feel like we really need to activate light language and symbols of power to take action. And so when several angels come through like this, I just spread them out, and we'll do this. We'll put Indigo's paw over them. Oh, here we go. Wow. The angel for universal love. Oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful symbol. Okay, and the message on the card is I grow from unconditional love into universal love. But it's going to take a lot of love. It's going to take a lot of love for this healing. And so this angel for universal love takes us to and this is really super important, because this angel takes us to a different level of love, to the universal laws of truth and of integrity and of love and of light. So there's not a universal law that isn't surrounded by the love. Wow, you did amazing. And you want to do another one? Let's do one more. Not looking. Oh my goodness. I love working with the angels and my source self, which is the divine. Okay, and look at this. The angel for peace and lightheartedness. Look at that beautiful symbol of the pyramid going up and this beautiful circle of your amazing essence, your source self, being held within this rising symbol of lightheartedness. So, the angel for peace and lightheartedness, I strive after peace and lightheartedness. I am harmony. Wow, Indigo, you really called in some amazing, amazing angels. Is there one more? Want to go? Which one? She's going to put her, oh, she put her head on it. You couldn't see that. That was so cute. Okay, she put her head right on this angel. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. We need grace. The angel for grace. Oh my goodness. So I experienced divine grace in my life. And the more that we can feel forgiveness and the more that we can feel our own source self truths and our unconditional love, the angel for grace lifts up the energy to have us take action and to be in action with grace, with peace, with harmony. What beautiful, beautiful angels to assist us in the peace coming from within by being our source self. So I want to show them to you again because I think they're so important and they're so beautiful. The colors are amazing. This is a rich, rich grounding energy. The angel for universal love. So even though it's a grounding energy, look at the beautiful symbol that takes us up into the higher dimensions. And then our angel for peace and lightheartedness. Can't believe this. This is amazing. I do believe it. This is how it works. So we need this angel for peace and lightheartedness. And thank you, thank you, thank you, dear angel, for coming through today. Thank you, Indigo, for bringing this angel through because my heart was so heavy this weekend. And like I said, it's hard for me to be inspirational and upbeat right now. So this lightheartedness, bringing this source light into the heart to lift it up and to remove the layers of heaviness. The energy was heavy. And so, thank you. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. And then the angel for grace, bringing divine grace into our life to lift up the frequencies of what is happening right now. Grace is one of the most powerful elixirs from the angelic realm, isn't it, Indigo? You like grace, don't you? So, thank you for tuning in today. And we will be praying our peace prayers and saying them from within and activating them with our source self light, our source self love, our unconditional love, harmony, peace, grace, lightheartedness. I'm sorry, the way Indigo's very serious today, too. And so thank you for tuning in. And hopefully next week it will be a little bit more lightheartedness and we'll have some examples of the action that not only that we're taking, but our communities are taking and the networks of the inner leader movement. So stay safe, be well, stay aligned with your source self, and keep loving, forgiving, and taking action for wherever you can, whatever you can do. All right, we love you. Indigo, say goodbye to everyone. Take good care.